So the first new piece of functionality that's included with the May release is the new Simplified Dimension Editor. This is a pretty cool major update, actually. So it's going to essentially kind of replace your classic dimension editor at some point. So, those of you who are familiar with even on-premise Hyperion planning implementations, if you recall the dimension editor, not very easy to navigate through, helpful to change, one property at a time, as you're kind of cherry picking through a hierarchy, but difficult to scroll page to page, So what this is doing is providing you with a much better interface and a much better user-friendly interface that will allow you to kind of modify your dimensionality in an ad hoc mode. So you'll access the new Simplified Dimension Editor under the application icon, and then jump into Overview there, and then you'll see your application overview. Go ahead and click on that Dimensions button or the Dimensions tab, and that's going to bring you to the screen that shows all your dimensions. In this case, I chose the period dimension to start out. Now, this is going to be the difference between what was included in the simplified interface before and what's there now. So if you look at that screenshot in the top left there, that kind of hierarchical view there, that's the new button or the new tab that's been introduced, and that will really enable that simplified dimension editor. So when you click on that, you're going to notice now you have kind of almost a smart view type view or a grid layout of your dimension that you have selected. You'll have all of the properties that are applicable to that specific dimension listed on the columns there. And another nice thing here is that second arrow on the screenshot on the right side of the screen there, you'll see you can navigate dimension by dimension without actually exiting the simplified dimension editor. So in this case, why don't we jump over and say we want to jump into entity. So in this case, I've changed my point of view from period to entity. And now you can start seeing additional properties that show up on the columns, right? So these are properties that are specific to the entity dimension. And then you'll also see a bunch of different icons that are actually very similar to a smart view ad hoc grid. So you have things like zoom in to all levels, zoom in to base levels, keep only, remove only, things like that. You can kind of customize your viewpoint in order to help organize the best point of view that you want for customizing or updating your dimensionality. So in this case here, just to run through a quick example, I've located a North America node in the tree here. I'm going to go ahead and expand all. So in this case, by clicking the icon that the arrow is pointing to, I'm going to expand all members underneath here. And then let's say I just wanted to focus in on US. I could then highlight US and then click the keep only icon. And just like Smart View does, you'll notice that in our simplified dimension editor, we just have US there. So pretty cool functionality there, when drilling in and out and really being able to isolate the point of the hierarchy that you want to update. So now I can take US and drill to the base levels there, and now I have just my US entities there in a specific point of view. So this is pretty cool functionality. I think this is a big upgrade from what we're used to within a classic dimension editor, if you will. So you're probably asking yourself, what happens if I get too deep into the weeds here and I can't really remember how to restore my dimension view how I want it? That's what's pretty nice here too. There's kind of a reset button. So at any point in time, you can go ahead and click it, and it's going to bring you right back to your standard view. So if you notice, by clicking that reset button, it's going to bring me back to just the entire entity dimension from the start. So pretty cool functionality here, I think, in general. I was very impressed by it, very smooth. A great way to kind of cherry pick specific dimensions and specific members of dimensions and update their properties. Another thing I really liked here too is you don't have to go anywhere to actually refresh the database. There's a button within that dashboard there or within that ribbon that will allow you to refresh the database directly from this new simplified dimension editor. So you can imagine you can make all your changes and refresh the database, and then you're ready to go, all in one menu, which I think is a very big improvement here. So I think clearly we're kind of moving towards the simplified interface more and more as we approach the end of this year, where the simplified interface will be the main way to go, and the classic interface will be discontinued. So they're definitely streamlining a lot of these activities. So we were very impressed with this. Some of the better functionality I've seen come out recently. So definitely 2 thumbs up from our side there.